So, here's the thing, right? What the fuck is this trend, if you will, of shooters putting their motives on the bullets? Quite frankly, the only time we've ever heard of that even happening was with Luigi Mangione when he murdered the CEO of United Healthcare. And here's the thing. Luigi Mangione probably wasn't even the guy that did it. But the shooter who did it was the one who allegedly wrote on the bullets, right? So now, this administration under Kash Patel thinks, oh, good, if we ever have active shooters, then we can make sure that they are absolutely guilty by making sure that there are markings on the bullets that condemn them straight to hell. Like, that is such a childish, immature, just unbelievable tactic by this administration and the patsy that is Kash Patel. And also, all of the bullets have been marked on previously. Now, all of a sudden, it's just one bullet. One bullet. And a bullet that wasn't even ready to be fired. Because here's the thing. If you have rifle rounds that are still on that clip, which is this thing, that little bronze thing there at the bottom, maybe there's a better image of it.
Widespread the shooter with the word social attack. Following the attack, FBI Director Kash Patel posted an image.
Okay, so there isn't a better image. Point being, those are not going to be easy or quick to remove, put into a magazine, and then reload. That's not a quick loading device. That's how you buy rifle rounds from the store. So, again, and if the shooter was going to send a message via bullet to the enemy, or what they determined to be the enemy, then they would write it on every single bullet, not just one bullet. Not only that, they're trying to frame this shooter as a leftist, a left-wing extremist. Well, let me ask you something. When was the last time you or anyone else has ever said anti-ICE? I'm being serious. When have you heard anybody ever utter the phrase anti-ICE? I have never heard it. And I am on Leftbook. Left Twitter, right? Like, all of my social media is as left-wing as it gets, right? Probably because of this, you know? And the only phrase I've ever heard in conjunction with ICE is abolish ICE, defund ICE, prosecute ICE, fascist ICE, Gestapo ICE, and fuck ICE. Never once have I heard anti-ICE. And what makes that even worse is this administration is so stupid and so ignorant that they think anti-whatever is how the left creates their chants and their cries against something that they don't like. Anti-abortion, right? Well, that's not true. We're pro-abortion. So anti-life, which has also never been said. Anti-fascism is literally the only one I can think of that is actually anti. Because we don't say anti-police. We don't say anti-MAGA. We don't say, well, we do say anti-capitalism to a degree. But it's mostly anti-capitalism and anti-fascism. Antifa and anti-Ka. So, the fact that this administration thinks that by putting anti in front of whatever it is makes it left-wing is actually stupid, is actually laughable, is actually incorrect. Because the only ones that would actually say something like that are right-wingers trying to mock left-wingers. I know because, where's our woke checks? I can't wait to join Kamala Harris and get my woke check for my woke autism and woke fair support. Like, right-wingers are terrible at memeing, for one, and for two, they don't even understand left-wing language or ideology enough to mock it efficiently, at any rate. So, there is, right, from Soros, there is literally, by showing those rounds with that writing on only one bullet, And the fact that the shooter murdered detainees and had alleged text messages stating that he wanted to kill ICE agents, but then somehow only shot the detainees, which would have been wearing prison-esque uniforms and most certainly not ICE-issued uniforms, right? Like, they would have been distinct, something like this, or green, or something that said ICE boldly across it. Like, you don't accidentally shoot a detainee instead of an ICE agent. So, between the facts of the crimes itself, the fact that it was detainees that were killed, not ICE agents, the fact that the bullets were found still attached to the way you would get them at the store, and the fact that only one bullet was written on in a way that wouldn't make any sort of correlation to the left wing at all, is evidence, is all the evidence that we need that this is yet another false flag operation. And the fact that there have been so many false flag operations back to back to back because the Epstein scandal will not go away is more evidence that it's a false flag, right? On top of the fact that we're consolidating fascism, we have the Epstein files, the consolidation of fascism, and trying to criminalize dissent, badger the media networks, news networks into compliance, and so on and so forth, right? All of these things are happening simultaneously, so there has to be yet another distraction. Killing Charlie Kirk was clearly not enough. So now they're trying to manufacture terrorist attacks from extreme right-wingers that were murdering detainees. That is where we are at, folks. And it would actually be funny if it wasn't actually happening. Like, if this was a movie or a TV series, this would be damn near a comedy.